In today's episode of the Let's Talk Psychology podcast, we're discussing social anxiety, why it takes over so easily and how you can regain a sense of control. Social anxiety is a strange and overwhelming experience. You walk into a room, whether a small gathering or a larger event, and suddenly, your mind spirals. You overanalyze what to say, when to say it, and whether you're coming off as awkward. You watch others interact seamlessly while struggling to find your place without feeling like a burden. The frustrating part? You know you're overthinking, but that awareness doesn't stop the anxious thoughts. Even when you push through and join the conversation, it still feels unnatural. That's because social anxiety isn't just a problem in your thoughts, it's a pattern in your system. Instead of trying to think your way out of it, you need to understand how your brain and body work together. Most people with social anxiety are highly self-aware. They recognize they're overthinking, have read countless self-help articles, and have tried to just be confident. Yet, nothing changes. That's because social anxiety is a loop between two brain systems, the cognitive system, which analyzes everything, and the emotional regulation system, where fear lives. When you overthink, your emotional brain perceives a threat, which fuels more anxiety. Trying to solve social anxiety with logic only strengthens the cycle. One key reason this loop persists is that anxious people tend to disconnect from their surroundings. Instead of noticing social cues, like a smile, open body language, or a welcoming glance, they stay stuck in their heads, missing the very signals that could help them feel safe. Your brain needs real-world evidence of safety, not just reassurance from your thoughts. A simple yet powerful shift is to start looking up. Instead of withdrawing, focus on external cues, people's faces, their tone, the atmosphere of the room. If you can tune into reality instead of your fears, your brain will begin to recognize social settings as less threatening. Another overlooked tool. Posture. Hunched shoulders and a lowered gaze send danger signals to your nervous system. But rolling your shoulders back, opening your chest slightly, and breathing deeply can create a physiological sense of safety. Before entering a social setting, imagine cracking an egg between your shoulder blades, just enough to encourage a natural, open posture. Eye contact is another game changer. It can feel intimidating, but avoiding it only fuels anxiety. Instead of forcing long, intense stares, try quick, 1-second glances. Think of eye contact as a way to gather information rather than a performance. A small smile also works wonders, not to fake confidence, but to trigger a mirroring response in others, which signals safety to your brain. The key to rewiring social anxiety isn't making huge leaps in high-pressure situations. It's about starting small, making brief eye contact with a cashier, smiling at a passerby, or taking one deep breath before speaking. These tiny moments train your nervous system to feel safer over time. You don't need to be fearless or perfectly confident to overcome social anxiety. You just need to build a new relationship with your body, your senses, and your surroundings. Start where you are, one glance, one breath, one smile. When you stop trying to control every outcome and start allowing yourself to feel safe, that's when real change happens. If any of this resonated with you, leave a comment, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're currently struggling with social anxiety, remember, progress isn't about perfection. It's about learning to be present, even when it's uncomfortable. That's the real work. That's all for today on the Let's Talk Psychology podcast. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.